What's up, people? I just want to show you these two lighters real quick. I got these two on eBay. This one's really, really cool. And this one here is going to be going back. I kind of tossed up the idea of keeping this one, but it's going to get returned. If you look, this one is a 1937 to 1938. And you can see there, kind of rounded with slashes. It's got a replaced hinge, which I knew about. It's a 3-barrel and it should be a 4-barrel. But that's not the reason it's going back. The reason it's going back is, take a look. Take a look at the hole underneath your flint wheel. Okay, I opened this thing up, got it out of the box, and yeah, look at my hands. Still pretty fresh from work, so haven't gotten cleaned up yet. But when I got it out of the box, this is what I found. Flint spring detached. Okay. And basically, you know, I could solder it back in. Let's see, where is it? Where is it? Come on. So, oh, it was in. And I screwed up. There we go. I could solder it back in, clean this up. This is an original 38 insert. 14 hole. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times 2, 14. So it's the correct insert for this lighter. The thing is I paid $239 for this lighter, and I kind of really wanted this thing in my collection. But when the seller put this thing on YouTube, listen to me. Yeah, it's been a long day. Can you tell? It's been 100 degrees out lately. When a person put this thing on eBay, they listed this as used in fair condition. They said nothing at all about the flint tube not being attached, none of the original, cotton wadding in there. And while for most Zippos I don't care about the cotton wadding, I really do on some, on a piece that I want to be as original as possible. So they didn't even mention that in the ad, that there was no cotton wadding in there, which means that this doesn't qualify as a used piece. A used piece really above and beyond needs to be usable. This qualifies as a parts or repair Zippo. And I got with the seller, and he was cool enough to accept the return. So that one I think is going to be going back. This one, on the other hand, this one's very strange, and I don't really know what to make. Well, I kind of know what to make of it, but I'd love to know why they did what they did. So check out the bottom. I don't know if it'll focus well enough, but it's a pattern 2032695. Okay, but check this out. Can you guys see that? So that's rusting. But if you look at this lighter, see the pitting in it? That was all rust. And all rust. And I checked this lighter with a magnet to make sure this is a steel case lighter, but somebody plated it. And I'm not sure why, but it's the first time I've ever seen somebody plate in brass, on a Zippo like this. So this is the first one I've ever seen in my life that's brass plated steel. You can see the patina right there. that, you know, I cleaned it off because I want to see what was under there. And you can see by the scratches that they had tried to sand down some of the rust at one point. So if I had to make just a guess, honestly, and this is the insert that was in it, which doesn't appear to be, I mean, it's got the appearance of a real Zippo, but, you know, everything's scratched off. But it's, it's really strange. It really is. But my best guess with this would probably be, this is, you know, obviously this is Korean War. With the rust on it, who knows? This could be somebody's granddad's who carried it in the war, or it could be, you know, they got it out of your granddad's toolbox, decided to, you know, they were starting to get into electroplating and decided to try this out. You can tell also that they sanded it because look how thin the walls of this thing are. They're paper thin right here and right here. And when you close the Zippo, you can see where it's gapped out a little bit. I'm really not concerned about that. I think this is just really a cool piece. I don't think this is a real insert. I really don't. Even though it's scratched up to where you couldn't see it if it was. The little divot in there. And there's a couple of other things that, you know, that rivet doesn't look correct. So, I mean, whatever. I have other original inserts, but, you know, the fact that somebody went to the trouble with this thing to electroplate a steel lighter, just, I don't know, kind of blows my mind. Especially, you know, electroplate over where they clean the rust and all the pitting and stuff. There's something just really cool about this lighter. So that one's going to go in my collection. That one's going to stay. And for 20-something bucks, I'm not going to complain at all because it's got some sort of history to it, and it's a steel one. This one, on the other hand, this one kind of aggravates me, honestly, because there's that big part of me that knows this is a 37, 38, and they're real hard to come by. And I don't know. Do you guys think it's worth the $239 the way it is? There's an R on it. Not sure why. You know, it was engraved by somebody, or if they engraved that by hand, they have a real steady hand. But the circle kind of, you know, the circle's a little flat right there, so it looks like somebody might have engraved that by hand. But let me know what you guys think, because the sellers already agreed to take this thing back, and in all honesty, for $239 in this condition, you know, with if that hinge was original, I'd probably be, I know I'd be more apt to keep this lighter, with the problem that it has that I didn't know about, because that's an easy solder fix. But being as though it's got more issues with it than what, you know, I originally thought when I purchased it, or was led to believe when I purchased it, I am on the fence, you can tell. So, but let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys on the next one.